Hello.
Hi, Com. How are you doing?
Hi, hi, hi. I'm
uh,
doing good. You hear me well?
yeah, I can hear you well. First of all, congratulations on the win. It was
Thank you, thank
actually
you.
a very good series. I'm a Koi Rogue fan, and I'm
Mhm.
enjoying seeing this Koi again of the winning strike, of making the good choices, making everything that we love about the last team, right?
Thank you, thank you.
Um, I wanted to ask you first of all how you're feeling confident and the difference between the first 3 weeks of leg and how you're feeling now that we're in group stage.
Um, I would have to say definitely the way practice went this week. Definitely is a like important part of the games that we saw today. I think overall, not only because we were particularly just winning every game, it's mostly like seems like there was a lot more energy overall during every single day, right? Every single game that we're screaming and all of this. And I think that's like very important because that means that we're consistently talking in the games, we're having plans, we're very creative. It seems like even if like a guy has a bad game, there is like four other people that will like lift him up, right? Into the game again and all of this. And I think for the most part, at least in my opinion, in regular season we didn't really have this. And in my opinion, we also tried a lot of random stuff. Like we some games that we lost, I really think we just made it too hard for ourselves to win those games. Draft, talking about draft right now, like I think we were a bit too creative, maybe, and we're trying some different type of things, which definitely definitely resulted on us losing some games, right? But I think right now we are kind of a different beast, I would say, going into the basically continuing into the best of threes and the best of fives, hopefully. And yeah, I'm just really confident right now that we will be very on point, both in our drafts and also the way we play the game.
Okay, I have to ask this. We know you banned in the two games Elise and Raven. Is there
Yeah.
a special meaning to these bans? Because we know you are a very good Raven player. We know that you is one of your favorite champs. So, is there any special to ban this champ against playing you, or you also could pick it,
Mm,
or?
I wouldn't say I'm like a big driven player, like for competitive, especially talking. I think I have played maybe two or three games in total my whole career, and it's definitely a champ I'm not like most of the times too hot about playing. I think it has in competitive, especially speaking, it has a lot of weaknesses depending how enemy team from drafts, right? But definitely, we are like very confident on picking the jump and really taking over the lane. Then you can for sure have a lot of items, right? And no one can really stop you in the game. Kind of like what Zitu has been doing some games. For now, I would say that honestly, Exotic is for sure better driven player than me. I think he has been spamming it way more. Thing is, for today, I was actually picturing it in my head that there's a chance I will play against Raven rather playing it red. And I already had in my head that I might play against Raven today, but apparently when we were at Champion Select, my coach told me that he wants to ban Draven, so I was like, I just followed his calls, right? I actually didn't know that we were banning Draven today, apparently.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I for sure trust him. Like, I mean, for sure, I think everyone knows that maybe he has been spamming it the whole week, maybe, and he probably want to play it because they also made a lot of bot lane bans for a Draven angle, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that was basically the whole thought process of us banning Draven.
Also, I want to ask you about the Ash ban of SK. We know it's a very good champ, but it's now more played by Trimby than by you, or well, in this case, by supports than AD carries.
Yeah,
How are you
yeah.
feeling about this year, this type of meta of double AD carry at bot lane?
Um, I think overall, for the most part right now, us fits more on the support role rather than AD carry, unless you used to play it with Heimer, right, before it got nerfed. I think that sound just offers a lot, right? It offers always lane prio and wave control. They is like very nice for the map. You can always spot enemy jungle level 2, right? and it makes the rest of your laners like their lives very easy, right? Because they specifically know where I'm exactly started and where he is. And just overall, the arrow being such a low cooldown because of all the items you build with ability haste, I just think it's just a really perfect jump in a way. It doesn't really lose lane unless you really misplay right. So yeah, I mean the jump is definitely just very strong right now. Also the blue item plus yellow plates makes it very obnoxious, right? So until we see some changes during this rune and this item, it will probably be being played still.
Okay, I want to ask you, like, friend to friend, will we see the level you had in Summer Split last year? The one with the three pentakills, the one that run it down G2, run down the legacy, and finally make Rogue win the trophy?
Well, about the pentacles, in the last fight I actually had a pentakill angle, but one guy stole my pentakill moment. But I think for the most part, for sure, I have not had the best start of the year. I would say maybe the day series kind of slowly will get me there, right? I think slowly and steady I will for sure go back in that form. It's just honestly up to me, right? Up to myself. So I'm very confident that I can reach this level and who knows, maybe even go bigger, right? So yeah, we'll see. For now, I'm just really proud of pretty much everyone in my team. I think they are playing exceptionally well, and I want to make sure that the further we go, the better I will keep performing every single game.
And finally, what's your opinion in the old school Fnatic didn't making to playoffs? Rogue also had it difficult, and most teams of rookies being like doing amazingly well in the first 3 weeks that going into group stage.
I mean about Fnatic, I don't really have a comment. I think there are like a lot of issues that I suppose they had, right? In-game talking, mostly just draft and the way they approach the game. They don't really seem to have a plan, especially in early game, and they pretty much fall behind every single early game. But the rookies performing well. I actually think teams like SK and BDS have been having some of the best drafts during the first 3 weeks of the LEC. That's why I also think they end up so nice on the scoreboard. I think right now in best of 3, I'm not sure if they can keep up the same level. I actually think they have decent players, right, all of these teams. But I really think the biggest difference is that some of the top teams during the first 3 weeks were not drafting as precisely as them, and they were just getting the best of one win away.
Okay. Well, thank you for the interview. Again, congratulations on
Thank
the
you.
win today, and hope to
Thank you.
see
Thank you.
you in future days.
Thank you very much.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.